What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here. Now, the thing about self-defense encounters is you cannot simulate them. Doesn't matter what you're doing, because the sound from a firearm in a situation where you have no ear pro and you're not expecting it, you can't really simulate that. On top of that, you can't simulate someone coming at you with a knife or a gun that's actually putting your life on danger. No matter what you do in your mind, you'll know nothing's going to happen to me in this moment because we're just training. So that's what makes it very hard to prepare for self-defense encounters. Anyways, I was with someone before, and this was in Detroit as well, and we went to their friend's house or their homie's house or whatever. And they were actually having an issue at the time, but I didn't think anything of it. I thought, I'm just rolling along with someone. It's not a big deal. We're just, hanging out, just doing our thing. And a lot of stuff went wrong in that house, and there was beef and arguing and yelling. The guy didn't like that he had his grandson there. And so this is an older guy who was friends with my friend. And his grandson, the fact that they were arguing and the grandson was there, he didn't like. So he had his woman or whatever take the grandson, leave the house, which is fine. And they're arguing, and I just thought, okay, they're friends. It will never come to blows or anything like that. Stuff went crazy, and this is one of those situations where, you're like the odd man out. You have nothing to do with anything, but you're there. And it's just an odd situation. And if you jump in, you're now in danger. And if you just sit there, your friend's looking at you like, why aren't you backing me up? It's just chaos. But I'm just letting them argue it out. Usually, even if it does come to blows, you're fine. If you come, people fight, brothers fight. It is what it is. So I thought if it comes down to that, at least they both get to walk away. Stop whoever, once one person is dominating, stop it, shake hands, move on. Didn't get to that point. So they were going back and forth. And that was the first time in my life that a gun has ever been drawn on me. Had no idea what to do. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's drawn on me because I'm there with my friend. Literally, it's drawn on the two of us. I'm sitting there like, okay, if I reach, what's going to happen? Do I have time to reach? And that's where in all these self-defense encounter videos, you see that people talk about not drawing from the drop, because you're going to lose. It's much quicker for them to get a shot off than it is for you to draw and get a firearm on target. And especially the people who carry with no round in the chamber, even if he gets occupied for a second, you lose that extra second, which could be crucial. If you just draw from your holster and shoot from the hip, you're going to have so much more time than if you have to draw, rack the slide, and then shoot. And in a situation like that, when you are looking for that key moment to make a move, that can be crucial. But I'm sitting there and that's how crazy it is. The adrenaline's flowing through my body. I don't know what to do. I don't think I'm going to make it out of the house. The guy, honestly, I didn't know him. He seemed just off. I mean, he was crazy. Seemed off. Shouldn't even been there. But when you're young and stupid and just rolling along, you don't think anything like that. As you get older, you start valuing things and realizing I shouldn't even be in this spot, That's why I left that city altogether. It's just a mess there. Had to get out of there. But anyways, we'll continue. So now we're underground point. This is crazy. Think about it. This person was complaining that they were arguing with his grandson there, so they took the grandson out. Then he draws a firearm. Is that really what he was mad about? Was he really just trying to get the grandson out so he could draw? I don't know. So it's just a crazy moment. They're still going at it, and I'm like, just shut up. Just work it out. Like, figure out what you got to do to make things right. And it is what it is. I'm not saying anything. I'm just thinking. I'm like, can I draw? Can I draw? Should I draw? What's going to happen if I draw? Will I win? Will I lose? What happens if I win? What happens if I lose? Is there any winners in this? Should I just sit here and be quiet? Should I just ask to leave? Thoughts are just racing through your mind. Could have drawn. I didn't. Luckily, things got calmer and calmer, and he realized what an idiot he was being, put the firearm away, and I was out that house. I was gone. I left my friend there. I was gone. And that was right around the time where I made the decision, I'm not living in this place anymore. I don't care what I have to do. And, even when I moved out to the city I live in now, I walked 2.5 miles to and from my job every day. Didn't have my car out here yet. I just need to get out of the city. I took, a couple backpacks with me and was gone. I walked 2.5 miles in the rain, in the snow, and literally everything to work just so I could get out of there. So a lot of lessons learned from this. Nowadays, I don't put myself in sketchy situations. I spend all my time with my kids and my wife at home. There are a couple people that I hang out with or talk to outside, but I really know those people and trust those people, and they're good people. As I've grown up, I've just learned to value life a lot more and realize there's a lot more to life, and that I'd rather just be safe and happy and allow my kids to have a good future where, It's no longer about like me wanting to go out and do stuff. It's more about my kids being able to do whatever they want. And I'm just here to protect them, hold them down, and take care of them. So, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to drop everything and make the move, you know. And you may be working a crappy job with not going into debt, but at least you're safe and you're out of that area. You know what I mean? So, you know, everyone can do that. But yeah, that's one of the encounters I was in. Obviously, it could have been a self-defense encounter. I didn't defend myself in that. It's just one of those situations where you got to make a decision. And here's the crazy thing about self-defense encounters. Once you make a decision, you will be living with that decision for the rest of your life. So I'm living with it right now, but at least I can say I'm living with the fact that I did nothing because I was under, they had the drop on me. You know, nothing you can do. But now I don't even put myself in those situations. And that's not saying that nothing can happen, but I'm always ready. It's always on me. And if you watch any of my videos where I'm in a car or something, you'll notice it's ingrained in me from living in Detroit. It's ingrained in me where I'm, you know, I hear a sound. Most people just think, oh, a car's passing me. Second I hear something, you know, you'll start to notice I do that in videos, and that's just how I am. People call it paranoid. People call me paranoid all the time for caring all the time. I don't care. I'm safe. I know that whoever's around me is safe. They're good. You know, why do I care about what? See, here's the thing about people who talk down on everyone else about caring, is when it comes down to carrying a firearm, those people, if I go down, those people aren't going to care. They're not going to provide for my family. They're not going to provide for my kids. You know, so how can they complain and influence me to not carry? So I just carry everywhere I go. But, you know, a big thing of self-defense encounters is staying in the right areas, avoiding certain places if you can. And then if you can't, just being prepared at those places. Like I said, there'll be sketchy Walmarts that I can't stand going to. I throw an extended mag in my Glock 26. I don't care. You know, I don't care if I'm printing a little bit. At that point, I'm just preparing myself, you know, because there's sketchy areas everywhere. And obviously there's places that are less likely to have anything happen. But they can still happen there. And that's the point. That's why I carry every day, carry everywhere. That's why pocket carry is a great thing. So another thing is, in my previous video about my self-defense encounter, when I'm getting beat and jumped on the ground like that, that would have been the perfect time for a pocket pistol. To just be able to reach into the pocket and reach. Yes, they went through my pockets after a while, but I probably, if I would have just let them kick my face or whatever and lower my hands and reach for that, that's a get off me firearm. That's what I call my pocket pistols, a get off me gun. Because basically that's for when you're in a tight situation. That's where your other firearms already gone down. Or just, you know, having that element of surprise that most people don't think someone is carrying a pistol in their pocket. You know, just most people say, he's got a gun just chilling in his jean pockets or whatever, you know, shorts. You know, people just don't think like that. They think it's going to be on your hip, you know. It's going to be inside the waistband, but that's why I like pocket pistols. Would have played great in that. But in this self-defense encounter, nothing you can do. I had it, couldn't use it. So it is what it is. Live to fight another day. Thanks for watching.